I never thought my life would lead me here. I was just a student then, sitting in class, when a friend suddenly stopped coming to school. I didn't know it then, but that moment would change everything. From one friend, it has led me to walk alongside thousands. He was one of us, smart, sporty, in the council, always laughing. And then one day, we found out he was battling depression. At 18, I didn't even know what that word really meant. I still remember the first time we visited him. He looked different, haggard, quiet. He didn't want to talk. So we just sat there. Back then, I didn't know this was called peer support. What I did know was that being present mattered. This was also the first time I saw what mental health could do to a young life. And it never left me. Years later, when I was volunteering at IMH, I met patients who had been left behind by their families. Elderly people who treated us like their children. And I thought, if presence can matter this much, why can't young people be trained to do it for each other? So in 2016, with a group of friends, we started Campusci. PSY stands for Peer Support for Youths. We didn't have much, no office, no funding back then. Just a belief that youth could lift one another up. For that, we only needed basic skills, empathy, and time. We launched with nothing but hope. And to our surprise, more than 100 people showed up. And that's when I knew this was bigger than me.
We're targeting about 250 to 300 students, right? Yeah.
Running a non-profit is never easy. There were times I asked myself, is this really possible? But then I'd see a young person, 17, 18 years old, step up and help a friend who's in distress. And I'd be reminded why we began. What started in void decks and school halls eventually brought us to the same table as the ministries. During COVID, we were invited to join the Youth Mental Wellbeing Network. Suddenly, the voices of young people, our voices, were shaping national conversations on mental health. Today, we've trained hundreds of Campusci ambassadors. We've reached schools, workplaces, communities. We've built an email support service, text helplines, and peer groups. But this work isn't just about statistics. It's about the human touch. It's about relationships. Because when you care for others, sometimes you carry their weight too. My story started with one friend, and over the years, it's become thousands of stories. Stories of young people who've learned to listen, to sit with someone in silence, to show up when it matters most. I didn't plan for this path, you just keep walking. And one day, you look back and see the path was always leading here. What I know now is simple. Sometimes being there is enough. And in that presence, lives can change.